Hello, everyone. This is episode 4 of the Game On podcast, and we're going to be talking about the NBA and the NFL, of course, leading into the Super Bowl, which we are all excited about. And yeah, let's get into it. So, everybody, would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Grayson.
I'm Andrew. You might have seen me before.
I'm Leo. I might have been seen before too.
And I'm Ben. So, let's get into it. First, let's talk about some blockbuster trades in the NBA. Like, for example, Pascal Siakam going to the Pacers for some draft picks or something.
I mean, the Raptors wanted to rebuild and have a very young team. So that's why they also picked up in a Knicks trade. They gave away OG Anunoby for RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley. And I think that was a really good move, even though it hasn't helped them. But it helped them rebuild a little bit.
And Pascal Siakam is going to bring a much needed. Well, actually, Indiana has a great big three right now with Miles Turner, Tyrese Haliburton, and Pascal Siakam now. And I can see them making a deep run in the playoffs.
Me too, because Pascal Siakam averages something like 20 points a game. And he's been an all-star for some years, and he's known around the league, so he can really bring the Pacers even higher than what they're expected to this year.
But one thing I was thinking about was Emmanuel Quickley and RJ Barrett. They were in like one of the biggest markets in the NBA, and then they get traded to the Raptors. So imagine you have to take an 8-hour road trip to go to Canada, and I'm sure on the inside they really didn't want to go to Toronto because they had a great, they really like the team in New York because, of course, it's a big market and the fans, MSG and everything about it. So, I mean, if you got traded to an isolate area in the NBA, would you be
In Canada?
yeah?
No, well, obviously, I want to stick to the team with a bigger fan base. But it can also be a little more difficult because if you screw up, it'll be more you'll get more backlash than if you're in a worse team.
Yeah,
I feel like.
and even when RJ was drafted, he had a bit of backlash coming to the league. Of course, us New York fans really wanted Darius Garland out of that draft, but it's okay.
Well, I thought it was a good draft pick with RJ Barrett because he deserved to be one of the top 3, and I was really mad that Quickley and RJ were traded because they were built for New York. They didn't care how many fans were watching them. They were just going to play, and they didn't care about the backlash.
And the Raptors have a lot of potential all-stars coming in the next few years. Of course, with Quickley, he's going to be an all-star, and I'm sure about it because I think he's averaging about 20 points on the Raptors. And he's still really young, so he has a lot to prove. Well, not to prove, but he has a lot that he can do in the NBA.
I think the trade happened, though, that I think Tom Thibodeau really wanted a defensive guy because that's always, after halftime, always says what he always wants is defense. He rather a greater defense than offense, but that's why he likes somebody like Josh Hart because he's not really that good at offense, but he's good at rebounding and very good at defense.
So why don't we talk about more of the NFL, like how the Bills lost to the Chiefs in embarrassing fashion.
Well, I'd like to say something. The only reason the Bills lost to the Chiefs is it was their last drive before they missed the field goal. And Josh Allen, he had Diggs open for another first down, but he didn't make the move and tried to go for his tight ends.
I mean, it was kind of the kicker's fault because it wasn't that. I guess
It was
47 yards is kind of long, but he should have
But
made it.
the-
He's a kicker.
It was
The
wide
kicker,
range
yeah.
too.
Plus,
Tons of wind in the Super Bowl.
in the
against
Super Bowl
Giants.
against the Giants. Wide
So-
right.
So it's Ravens against the Chiefs and Lions against the 49ers.
And the 49ers were doing.
Yeah.
My predictions is
Lions,
Ravens.
Lions are red hot though.
My predictions. I have Ravens and 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Me too. Me too.
Lions.
Also, because I don't really like the Chiefs, so I'm just gonna go with Ravens because I like OBJ because of the Giants.
Also, when the Eagles lost, I was kind of sad because it was Jason Kelsey's retirement, and he's like one of the best centers in NFL history.
It probably is, but he said that he never confirmed anything. So he might, but he probably won't. At least we thought he was trying.
He's one of the best centers ever.
Yeah.
I don't really remember a center that's better than him. There might be, but I don't remember. And now his brother, Travis Kelsey, he's been all over because of, Taylor Swift. But also because Travis Kelsey is... Without Travis Kelsey, I think Patrick Mahomes would do good, but I don't think they would be a Super Bowl team.
I want Lamar Jackson to take down the Swifties.
Yeah. Well, Lamar Jackson. Well, who do you think is better, Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes?
Lamar Jackson this
Like
year.
currently.
Lamar
In the
Jackson.
playoffs?
In the
Like
playoffs.
right now.
Right now, I think Lamar Jackson.
But in the playoffs, Patrick Mahomes is just...
He's too good.
Well, he's lost to Tampa Bay once in the Super Bowl,
Well,
and that was when they had Tom Brady.
That was also because there were some highlights there where his receivers could have caught the ball.
Mhm.
But there he only had Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey, and that really...
He only had Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce.
Tyreek Hill.
That's like
Even though Tyreek... He should have just kept throwing it to Tyreek Hill.
We're back. We got our headphones and our microphones working, and the sound's going to be a lot better for the rest of the podcast.
Back to what we were saying
So-
about Brock Purdy.
So, do we think Brock Purdy or Jared Goff is the better quarterback?
Brock
currently?
Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Jared
He's-
Goff.
But Brock Purdy's the starter in the NFC for the Pro Bowl already. And he might not be there since the 49ers are probably going to take it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brock Purdy is very good with accuracy. I feel like that's the best part about him and his throwing. And
When Brock Purdy was in Iowa State, he really looked good with accuracy, just when he doesn't really run that much with the ball, so he would get sacked a lot.
that's true, but I feel like Jared Goff, he's a lot older now, so he probably won't be running as much either.
Yeah, he can scramble out of the pocket, but not run.
Yeah.
He just tries to find the
Mhm.
open man.
Jared Goff has been in the NFL for a little longer, so
That's
I think
true.
he has more experience with it, and it's going to be a little better playing the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the 49ers also give Brock Purdy a lot of help with receiver-wise. They have George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
Three of the
Mhm.
best.
That's true.
So that's gonna... And they have Nick Bosa on defense. They have a great defense, too.
Plus, their Christian McCaffrey is their running back. He just takes off.
And Fred Warner on their defense. I mean, there's too many names there that are so big in the Pro Bowl, too.
Oh, yeah, Nick Bosa's been caught saying some questionable things in the locker room. He had some allegations against him.
The Packers almost pulled out the win against the
Yeah.
49ers.
Oh, the Packers have a great young team.
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? 'Cause you
Ravens.
49ers.
49ers.
The 49ers are going to come back with a chip
the
on the shoulder.
last time-
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're going to come back from the chip on the shoulder after losing to them, the Ravens, in the first time they've played.
Also, the 49ers want payback for the last time they were in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. But they didn't have a Brandon Ayuk this good. They didn't have They didn't have a few of the players that they have now.
Well, the 49ers, when they played the Ravens early in the season, it wasn't that close of a game. It wasn't like the Packers 49ers game. It was not very even. It wasn't even that close. So if they lost that much last time, you think they're gonna be able to pull off the win this time in the Super Bowl?
But the thing is that we don't know if they are gonna go to the Super Bowl. That's the
That's
problem.
true.
Final
That's
Four.
true. That's true. Because the Lions, I think the Lions have a better chance of beating the 49ers than the Chiefs do of beating the Ravens.
I mean, the Ravens, if they would win against the Chiefs, that would be big.
Yeah. Well, the Ravens right now still look like the best team in football.
Yeah.
49ers look like it.
And that's
Well,
it for. And that's all we have. So that's it for the fourth episode of the Game On podcast. Make sure to check out the Late Bill podcast and That One podcast, which we have other episodes coming out for in the near future.
And the teacher feature.
Yes. I don't know which teacher feature though, but bye.
Bye.